In the last video, I told you I live with brain fog, but what I didn't go into was what that actually costs. I open my inbox, read an email from a client, close it and completely forget about it an hour later. I spend 20 minutes looking for a conversation about pricing before realising I'd already sent the quote days ago. I sit down at my desk on a Monday morning, not remembering what I was doing on Friday, not because the work isn't important, but because my brain needs to let it go. To-do apps and sticky notes, unfortunately, don't fix this. So the problem isn't organisation, it's cognition and memory. And I need something that can remember for me. So here's what this morning's briefing actually looks like. First, it gives me my action plan, not just a list of things to do, but when to do them, built around whatever's in my calendar. It knows I start at 11, so it works around that. Then my schedule for the day, what's on, what time, and a link to join if it's online. Or if it's a clear day, it tells me that too, because knowing you've got nothing on is just as useful. Then it checks my emails and flags anything that actually needs a reply today. Not everything, obviously, just the ones that matter. And then the bit I rely on the most. It reads my notes from yesterday and tells me where I left off, what I finished, what I didn't, and what I said I'd do today. So the whole thing takes about 30 seconds to appear, and it means I never sit down wondering where to start. Here's how it works, and I promise it's simpler than it sounds. I have a file about my business that AI reads every time I start a conversation, what I do, how I work, what my priorities are. Think of this as an instruction manual for an assistant who never forgets. I also keep a daily log, just a few lines at the end of each day about what I did and what's next. And AI reads that log every morning, so it remembers what I can't. And that's it, an instruction file and a daily log, and AI does the rest. You don't need my exact setup to start doing this, so here's what you can do right now. Open whatever AI tool you use. That could be Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, any of them. At the end of your workday, tell it what you did today, what you're working on, and what's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, open that same chat and say, what was I working on yesterday? And that's step one. That's your first AI memory. And if you want to see how I process my entire inbox using the same approach, that's the next episode. Hit subscribe and I'll see you there.